Hi, I'm Mary Thengvall. I'm a community builder here at Chef, and we are at ChefConf 2015. I'm here in the newsroom with Sahir Azam. And Azam, sorry.
No worries.
Sahir Azam. He's with Sumo Logic. So how has the conference been for you?
It has been fantastic. Thank you for having us. We're a proud sponsor. We've been getting really good booth traction and really good actually interest in the integration work we've been doing with Chef. So
fantastic.
Glad to be here.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about that integration that you're doing. How's that working?
Absolutely. So Sumo Logic is a cloud-based analytics service. So we take log data from all sorts of different applications and components in either company data centers or in the cloud, and we help customers either troubleshoot or manage performance around those applications and environments. So what we worked on with Chef specifically is pulling in the Chef client logs to build some analytics and reporting on top of the Chef analytics data stream and just the actual logs coming out of the Chef infrastructure itself to track some basic KPIs and measurements of the activity going on with Chef.
Fantastic. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. And how did that set you apart from some of the other companies in the industry? Like, you're doing a lot of interesting things.
Sure.
How do you make that distinction?
Yeah, absolutely. So, fundamentally, one of the big advantages of being cloud-based, being SaaS, is the time to value advantage. So customers can get up and running, get dashboards and insights into their data literally within a few minutes from signing up on our website. So, time to value is always sort of the initial differentiator, the main way that customers get value quickly. But then from there, we really focus in on analytics as our differentiator. So, what we found is a lot of the solutions looking at performance or, log data from the environments rely on the user to know what they're looking for, to do a lot of searching and querying until they find the problem that they're trying to solve. Unfortunately, that usually is happening when stuff's going wrong, so there's a big time pressure. So what we focused on is having the system try to point out some of the problems that may not be completely evident up front and really focus in the human on the problem much more quickly. So that's
fantastic.
How we're different.
Right, so it kind of pulls in on a lot of the DevOps mentalities, right? Where it's find the problem faster so we can fix it faster, so we can, do more things, move more quickly, those types of things.
That's exactly right. And I think where our sweet spot is also for mission critical apps that generate a lot of data. Certainly you can put small things in there as well and find interesting information, but where we really excel is for those applications that are just generating gigabytes and terabytes of data. You can't search through that much information. It'll take you hours and hours and hours. So the fact that the analytics is there really narrows that focus down much more quickly for a lot of the mission critical software that people are running their businesses on.
Absolutely. And what kind of businesses are you working with?
Yeah, so it's pretty broad-based. I mean, the technology is applicable to really any company that is focusing their business around software. So we have a lot of enterprise companies that, maybe 5-10 years ago didn't think of themselves as really software companies, but now they are, and that's how they're delivering value to their customers. So everything from high-tech companies to media companies to even some financial organizations that are using our technology to manage their customer-facing applications, as well as smaller startups and other organizations that are building from the ground up with the technology expertise, built in the cloud. We're really a nice fit there as well. So we have a quite broad base of size of customers and verticals that we touch.
Fantastic. Very cool. One of the topics that's come up a lot this year at ChefConf is where DevOps has come from and where it's going to, and just the predictions we've made and whether or not those have come true, if you will. But then also the changes that it's making in the industry as a whole. What are some of the things that you've noticed?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I think there's an acceptance now that DevOps isn't only for agile small companies. I think we're seeing quite broad-based adoption in the enterprise. In fact, I was sitting in one of the sessions yesterday with I believe from Rachel from Ignition Partners, and that was really the crux of her presentation as well, which was basically saying, listen, more and more organizations are realizing that they need to deliver quality software quickly to be competitive and remain remain viable in many cases in their environment. So it's amazing to me how broad-based this DevOps methodologies and cultural shift is, right? You know, versus even 2 years ago, it was still a little bit more nebulous. It was really focused here in, you know, a couple spots in Europe, a little bit here on the West Coast, but that's about it.
Right.
So, I mean, we're really seeing a, you know, almost like a once in a generational type of shift in the way people operate their applications.
Definitely. What's been the most advantageous move that you've seen as far as DevOps is concerned? Where's the thing that's hit you the most and has affected you the most personally?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. So, I mean, for Sumo Logic, it's been fantastic for us because most organizations that need to build software quickly at quality are adopting, you know, DevOps methodologies, trying to build a DevOps culture in their organization. Well, those teams are often building their applications on cloud environments, whether that be public cloud environments and starting there, or even, you know, in private data centers in a hybrid or private cloud. And that's actually been a big fit for our business, given the fact that we are cloud-based, that we can get up and running very quickly. You know, I think it's funny because, you know, speed seems to be the main driver for these days. Like every conversation is about speed. I mean, cost is important. People want to save cost as well, but it's always about speed.
Speed and velocity.
You know, the time to value thing I was talking about earlier, that's like a key buying criteria for these DevOps users who really say, I don't have time to wait to stand up a solution and get a professional services team in for you know, months to get this going. I need this now. And that's really where we think we fit really nicely with Chef and all the other partners that we're working with in this ecosystem. Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me this morning. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having us. Have a great show. Thanks.